Can you listen me?
Yes.
Oh, because actually, if I get the mic, then I can start singing of Rafi and Mukesh song. Okay. So hello everyone. Currently, I agree with sir and my speaker friend. At that time when I was in a BIT, in the VP Engineer or Rajkot, we have no awareness about the what are the different fields in the IT organizer. So I was stuck in the Android development and Java developer. So after 2 years of struggling as an Android developer, I thought कि हमसे नहीं हो पाए. So I started. My father was in a PSU UCO bank, so I started IBPS and I also cracked, but I got the placement in Pune, Madhya Pradesh, so I couldn't do it. But fortunately, I got the opportunity in 2016 as a manual QA. So at that time in 2016, I was working as a manual QA in the accounting software, domestic accounting software. It's a miracle accounting software, and miracle accounting software is a huge competitor of ERP and Market ERP. So at that time, GST was about to launch in India, right, in Pan India. So they have a roadmap to hire me. That we are currently hiring this person as a manual QA, but in the future we will push this guy as a knowledge center. So as a manual QA, I am also providing a short notes that suppose the errors got solved, right? If a new requirement is implemented, so I just for the dealer and the accountants, I just keep a short note in the text notepad. So they understand that what are the changes in the current modules or what they have reorganized. So this my initiative led me to the technical writing field, right? So just before 2017 GST implementation, I got the opportunity as a technical content writer. So I need to understand. It's been about 1 year. So I already understood the accounting software. What is ledger? What is a credit debit? And all the things. And they have different pages. Garment pages, mobile electronic devices pages, advance and all. So I need to first understand the GST and how GST will implement in the accounting software. So I always in the first row to get and grasp the concept of the GST and accounting software. So I started working on the different before GST implementation. I started working for different setup guides, how to set it, even how to generate a custom report for the accounting and all. So this my journey was Mumbai jam gayi. My journey was started as a technical content writer in 2017, and I proudly say I was the only one person I communicated with the marketing team, with the technical support team, and the development teams. So I was a bridge between those teams. They reach out to me for different documents. As you mentioned that very day, they just told me that Chirag, we need this, we got the lead and we need to provide 2 to 3 screens to that customers so they can understand what are the features we have and how we can pitch them. So and fortunately my extension number was 108. So they immediately told me, Chirag, please. So I always ask that you need a garment reports. But what the customers is asking? Would you forward me that email so I can understand their pain point? I can understand what is their domain, what is their business. So this is, as a technical writer, it's not about AI tool. I will talk about the AI tool later. It's not about just an AI tool. It's about getting the understanding of the product. Right? If you have understanding of the product, domain, target audience who will use your software, accountant, CS or any retailer business owner. So based on that, you can write anything, right? So now let's move to the slide.
Other one minute. Just turn the like this.
Okay. So 5 years ago, this is the situation. When I said to my elders or any other person who is working, who are a mechanical engineer or chemical engineer, I said I am working as a technical writer. So they just tell me for 2 seconds to me, is your blog published in newspaper, Gujarat Samachar, right? So 5 years ago, this is the situation that everyone don't know about the technical writing. especially product-based technical writing in the software industries. So I just put this name here to evaluate the what is the technical writer, right? So as a technical writer, the terms is not just a technical writer. In many organizations, they are introduced as a product documentation writer, information developer, or technical publisher, right? Because in some scenarios, they need to provide a user manuals, user guide, feature-focused SEO blogs, right? So pitch deck presentation. So they can be falling under product and user documentation, process documentation, that how to video, right? How these modules work. We need to provide that type of videos and some documentation, process documentation. Suppose last month I visited the hospital. So they have evaluated how patient will be admitted. What will be the process, different process. They need to provide a Aadhaar card, they need to provide if they have cashless card, then they have to provide a cashless, and how discharge after, what will be the discharge. So those type of the documents fall under the process documentation. Expert to expert documentation, like legal. They have in the hospital, they have also mentioned that if you dispute in the hospital, like fight with the nurses or the doctor, they mention the IPC, different IPCs. So what IPC will charge against you? So those kind of the documentation fall under the export to export. And sales marketing documentation, business proposal. Like if I am working as a business analyst, so I need to work with the BRDs and business proposal that you are asking for these requirements. So we already have, and other thing we need to find the data. So all the kind of things fall under the sales and marketing documentation. Now I want to relate something with our Indian freedom movement, right? If you give me the product understanding, target audience, who are the target audience, then I will provide you any kind of the documents. Can you relate this poet with our Indian digital movement? Great, expert. Thank you so much. So this is since 2016. In this way, I am working as a technical writer. Right? If you give me the product understanding, not just the software industry, but if you give me any kind of mechanical product, any kind of a physical product, I will evaluate how this document useful to the customers. Great. So now, as you know, my topic is evolution of technical writing, past, present, and future. Couple of years ago, I found one article. They have mentioned about the technical writing skills. Technical writing skills are not limited to software industries. There are different industries, they are utilize technical writing skills. And I found that some interesting facts about the technical writing skills, so I put here and I would like to say. But first of all, I would like to say that technical writers are the mediator. Mediator is who is developing and who is using. Means center point is developers and another end is the users, end users. So we are technical writers, we are the mediator, we are the knowledge information shared. Right? Moving to the next. So as I mentioned that the technical writers are not in the limited to software industries. They are also in different technology, even engineering. Suppose if we buy a refrigerator, right? So we get the setup bags. I have my bike. Then sometimes I also look to get physical manuals, right, about some features and functionalities. So in every domain they have technical writers, and they need. So in short, if I would like to say, entire world need a technical writers, right? Move to next. So now, not in the past, but let's jump back to the centuries. So, as per the some articles and as per Google, there are technical writing skills are mentioned in the ancient history as well, right? At that time, when the civilization, socialization was born, at that time, they started to gather as a family, as a tribe. So they try to pictographs in on the caves, right, with a stone or something like that. So in that case, they pictograph everything, that how they journey, right? If you remember the logical reasoning, right, there is the subject, topic, directions, right? So they go left, they go right, they go north, they go south, something like that. So they pictograph everything. So this is also part of the technical writing skills, because if we are getting a user manual, then just writing the steps doesn't work. We have the ability to represent the something in infograph. Using that, we can utilize the different tools like Snaggy editor or Pencil, open source editor, different tools. So if we have something in pictographs, in infographs, then the end user will immediately understand that what kind of the we are talking about, instead of reading each and every line. So if we covering the screenshots, then we if utilize the notations over there, right, as per the Windows icons and all, so it will help. So after in 13th, 14th centuries, the first ever technical document published by Geoffrey Chaucer. So it was about the, if you can see the right side, on the right side below, there was a device. That device find the distance between the stars, suns, or even if you are on between the ocean, then you can also calculate your distance with the soul, right? Maybe Pirates of Caribbean director will be inspired from this device, and they bring the Jack Sparrow's compass, right? So moving to the next, in 15, 18, these centuries are, there are lots of inventions. Sir Isaac Newton and many scientists invent many different technologies. And at that time, mechanical printing press and ink was a revolution. Because what we are doing in the mobile currently, we are browsing the reels, like Instagram, Facebook. At that time, newspaper is their center point. So Sir Isaac Newton and other scientists, they require to publish their documents, their research papers, so white papers, and for that they require a technical writer, right? So in 15th, 18th centuries, writers also were there. Going to next. Now the golden age began in World War I, because in World War I there are lots of military equipments are developed, right? So if you don't know about how to use the tank, how to use missile launcher in theoretical basis, so it will not work. So there are lots of equipments, military equipments, military technology was invented. So even if you see that even currently the fighter plane, pilot of the fighter plane, they also keep the user manuals in their pocket. So if any troubleshoot or if any they want to communicate, they immediately read it and they can add immediately. Then 1949, there was a first ever documentation was published in computer technology by Joseph Chapman, right? The book name is by name. Now between 1950s to 2000, there are lots of physical. Radio was invented, television. I still remember that in 1996 we have a BPL television, BPL television, and we are still. So there are lots of invention in between. So for that, if you see that along with the invoices, we get the one physical manual. It's a kind of a how-to book kind of thing, right? So in 2000 till 2000, we have how to book, and I have also found one PDF that in 1960s they have provided a how to book different equipment. They have defined it how to troubleshoot different equipments. But in 2000 is the 20th century is a internet revolution. I am working on currently inventory part in my current organizer, so I say inventory. So internet revolution will change the things. People started move to their content in website, like web content. So slowly, how to book takes the part, website takes that part, right? So after 2000, there are lots of softwares, ERPs, CRMs, and many softwares are developed based on the requirements and all. So now let's talk about Peasant. So between 2000 to 2011, it's a teenage of the software industries. And in 2011, there are lots of documentations are required, right? Now, if we talk about the technology, so printed version, doc to PDF, maybe PDF will be fast, right? So it will be fast and everything will be moved to the online, right? And there are lots of tools using the CMS WordPress, using the LMS Zoho Trainer Center and Zoho Learning. We are moving to the everything to the online, right? And in the future, documentation printed version will be the past, right? And utilizing the different technologies like ChatGPT, BART, Flip, Bolt, they are not fulfilling our technical writing. They help us to reduce our efforts, reduce our time, so we can make our document sharp. We can make document without any kind of grammatical or any punctuation. Going to next. So technical writers and their skills. This is me. This is my 7-8 years. Right? In this way I become a technical writer. I just when someone asks me that Chirag, we have a discussion about the new feature and functionalities that we have recently implemented. So based on that, I just noted down everything in my paper, my diary, and pencil. And at that time I evaluated that how many topics, how many titles, subtitles, or everything required. So I outlined document in just discussion of the product demos and all. Right? Then technical functional. If you have not understanding of the product, what kind of the product, what kind of the domains, so you must have ability to understand the product. You need to search some competitive product as well. So based on that, you can understand that what features your product, right? So these are the things that I have evaluated since 2016. Okay, now let's do some break. Sometimes, just yesterday I was staring at air conditioner. So my colleague said, you feel chilly or what? I am thinking about that how I can merge these two documents. So sometimes this happens that if you are dedicatedly evaluating the technical writing, right, user manuals and all, then at some point you stop. Actually, you are in the backend side. You are thinking. You are planning to how to resolve this part, right? Let's move to next. So, is my fellow colleagues said about SDLC, but I am talking about DDLC. DDLC is SDLC and SDLC are the important. DDLC is the important. Everyone created the presentation here. Indirectly, we follow the DDLC. Dry run, okay, right? So these are the different principles that we need to consider when we are working as a technical writer. So what is the future of technical writers? So there are lots of AI tools coming up, right? I just go through one guide, GUI guide tool. In that tool, you just need to scroll down your cursor. Based on that, it will automatically give you the title and predefined descriptions. And there are lots of the fields. So in the future, documents part only if necessary, then documents part will be there. Everything will be moved to the how-to videos. So if there is a features to upload a Aadhaar card, then if you just scroll your screen using that tool, it will capture all the things. And if you want to add your voice or any tooltips like callouts, and you can easily implement them. Right? So in the future, AI tool will not take our job. But if we do not align with the AI tools, if we don't adopt AI tools in our life, then it will maybe we are facing and we will be the worst. Right? So moving to the next. Okay. Have you watched Puspa movie, right? Right? Puspa. फ्लावर समझे हो का? फायर है मैं. टेक्निकल राइटर है तो ट्रांसलेटर इंग्लिश टू गुजराती इंग्लिश टू मराठी समझे हो का? प्रोडक्ट प्रेजेंट है SME है मैं. So in the future, so you will get the when you are working as a technical writer, then you are representing the product indirectly. If that depends upon the different organization, how your technical writing role is fit in that organization. So technical writer will be help each and every. Suppose just a couple week ago, one new developer was joined. So it's my responsibility to give the product demo to them because I am the only person who is working closely with the product functions. So always be proud if you are going to make your career as a technical writer. Then always be proud and you will be a product presenter. Right? So any question?